All right, so here he is with much fanfare, the #1 lightweight contender challenging for UFC gold here tonight. Hay is in the barn. He feels like he has put in all the requisite work to realize the dream here tonight.
He's been working so hard. When you watch the videos, you can see a guy that will not accept anything less than being super prepared for the biggest opportunity of his career. He has worked diligently. He has trained hard. He has brought in training partners. He's done everything. Now it's all about going out there and executing. He said he feels he's ready to do that and become the UFC champion.
But it must be stated, in this division with all of the contenders, oftentimes you only get one crack. We'll see what he can do with it. All right, so Islam Makhachev getting back on the proven ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you got to think it's going to take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the belt away tonight.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's got to be on point. Your striking's got to be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight. The great Hasbullah in the corner of Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev is ready to go, and that means so are we for our main event. Our tale of the tape now for this lightweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started with the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Alexandre the Cannibal Pantoja. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC Lightweight Champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready. Good.
All right, a lot of fans curious to see how this fight and this round will play out. For one, Alexandre Pantoja, he has been on the cusp of a UFC flyweight title shot for his entire UFC career. Injuries have been a part of the narrative, but when this man is healthy and able to compete, he's a real problem. Whether knocking out Max Schnell or submitting Brandon Royval, this man can beat you every which way but sideways, and believes he...
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away. Now he's in trouble.
Submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
All right, feet on the hips here. Oh, it looks like he's trying to isolate an arm here. Triangle now, DC. We'll see if he can close the show.
Oh, the triangle is in. Oh, he's going to triangle slam.
Somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth. The submission defense wins this transition.
Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively. He's got to be careful here.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Islam Makhachev.
Oh, man, what a strike from the bottom.
Makhachev's right back to the full mount here. Well, to this point in the fight, it has been all lightweight champion Islam Makhachev, and a lot of the casual fans don't necessarily appreciate going for a submission. Oh, he's got the submission locked in now.
Had the submission in very tight, but as it started to slip, he went right back to the dominant position. This is a terrible position.
All right, so yet another ground and pound strike lands right there, DC.
He's getting very active now that he knows he can land these strikes.
Under a minute to go.
Oh, nice. Gotta be careful here. He has controlled the position, postured up, and landed another strike that has caused it swelling.
Right into side control, upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
Round 2 is next.
All right, buddy. Take a seat. Deep breath. Listen to me. All right, you did awesome that round. Real close to getting those submissions. I want you to stay a little bit tighter.
All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists, land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough, control, throw again, control. He did it perfect.
Ready.
All right, round 2.
Fighters on point tonight lands a beautiful kick.
Oh, the judo chops on full display. Beautiful hip toss to take him down.
Ronda Rousey did this for a long time, loading people up in those high amplitude throws. This young man is very well versed in positions, and he has a lot of tricks to get you to put yourself exactly where he needs you.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, he's trying to land effective strikes. Oh, nice right hand by the champ, yeah.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Islam Makhachev. Another ground and pound strike gets home. Pantoja getting work from the top here. He's got to do a better job to cover up. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top.
Oh, he got to the spot.
And busy as he looks to improve position here. Pantoja's in half guard. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
90 seconds to go in round 2. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Islam Makhachev.
Oh, right in the mount.
Under a minute now to go in the round. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
And the horn sounds on round 2.
Stop.
Take a seat. Deep breath in. Breathe. All right, you with me? Good. All right, your takedowns were great that one. I want more of that.
Well, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight.
Nice block.
Beautiful combination there by Makhachev. Well, you didn't see a lot of the body work from him in the earlier rounds, but he's certainly getting after it here. Big shot to the body connects there. We'll see if he can follow it up. Oh, now lands a kick to the body. Nice crack there.
Oh, nice takedown defense.
Oh, elbow to the head in the clinch. That one landed flush by Pantoja. It's a nice jab by him there.
Nice leg kick.
Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. On that punch right there, his opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3.
Fantastic takedown. Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Makhachev's going for the sub here. Oh, I'm no expert, but that Von Flue choke looks locked in. Oh, makes an adjustment. What's he doing here?
He's jumping sides, J.A., trying to switch to an arm triangle. Great job maintaining position there. You never want to lose position to chase a submission. I mean, these wrestling transitions are beautiful. These guys are really getting after it.
Less than 2 minutes now to go.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs, and if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on him.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
30 seconds to go in the round. Makhachev's back in full mount. 15 seconds. Nice positional control here. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the round is over. Certainly stunned his opponent in that round. We'll see if he can follow up here after 60 seconds.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job of finding the shot that really did affect the equilibrium of his opponent. Now he needs to go back and find the attack that's going to shut the lights off.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
Ready.
4th round now. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All All right, so here we go. Fourth round is underway. What is the fighter's mentality when you enter those seminal championship rounds?
You understand that you are getting close now. The night is almost over. The goal is within reach now. 15 minutes down, 10 to go. You tell you.
Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
When you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submissions, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Under 2 minutes to go in the round.
Massive shot from the top.
Stay relaxed. Breathe.
These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one.
You gotta move out of there. Come on. You gotta shift the hips. Shift the hips. Let's go.
Makhachev's going for an arm here. Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC. All right, so now going to position over submission as he bails on the sub. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Now drops inside that closed guard, DC.
Full guard. Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. 20 minutes in the can, 5 to go.
Sit down, senta aí. Relaxa, respira. You with me? All right, listen. We're down on the cards. I want you to go out there, put your card.
All right, let us look back at some of the action from that previous round. DC punches in bunches.
I mean, over and over, he landed that big punch, and every time he landed it, he got the reaction that he was looking for. His opponent really did start to take notice every time he was loading that strike up.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Fifth and final round. Makhachev gets tagged by that stiff jab.
I am trying to lose track of how many punches this guy has landed to the head of his opponent.
Glancing right hand lands upstairs. Trying to go to the body now with the kick. That one misses. Big power shot there. Pantoja's got a nasty bruise starting to appear on that left side. We'll keep an eye on it. Could pay dividends later.
Great timing on that double leg. He passed the half guard.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Pantoja.
That was a slick transition.
Islam Makhachev, ground and pound from half guard. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. Makhachev's back in half guard. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas. Right inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have 2 hands in or 2 hands out. When guys start to attack triangle.
Makhachev's in half guard now. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Nice move into half guard. Shades of Daniel Cormier slicing through that guard.
Unbelievable. I love it. Like a knife through butter. What a great job passing.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
What a strike from off of his back. Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Islam Makhachev. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Oh, and there's the final horn. We go to the scorecards. One of the greatest fights that we have seen all year. All right, so an epic 25-minute championship fight here tonight, and it seems like the incumbent has done enough to retain his title.
They say every time you're fighting, when you're the champion, you get the biggest, baddest guy in the entire world. So, of course, it's going to be close. But I believe the champ did just enough to retain his title.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 50-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Well, it is as hard a title to hold down as there is in the UFC, but mission accomplished for the champion here tonight.